Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just want to talk about a segment in the after show, y'all, with Shamia versus Drew SIDORA that is on Bravo's YouTube that is lighting up the comments, y'all. As of now, I think it has around 500 comments or so, or near 500 comments. They are done with Shamia. They are done with Shamia. Y'all, what happened? What am I talking about? What has taken place? So the segment that I saw on the after show was about Drew SIDORA being completely shocked and unaware that Shamia had an issue with her, right? Unaware that Shamia had a problem with her, right? And feels that this is by way of Portia, and Shamia is just doing something else. Now, my opinion, I feel like Shamia wanted a reason to go at Drew, and now we're kind of seeing the true colors as to why. So Drew said that people were sending her an article of which Shamia did an interview, I think, on V103, and is dragging Drew SIDORA, is dragging her song, is dragging I Got 5 on it, is dragging the lyric I got 5 different languages that I can speak, and Shamia's throwing shade, her and Kelly are throwing shade. Well, what language can you speak? And they're like listing off the different languages, and Drew SIDORA is like, I'm talking about the love language, the different love languages, you know? Like you never heard of the book? The 5 love languages, right? Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? And I don't know why Shamia, this is the hill that she wants to, fall on the sword for. Why is she going so hard? And then, why is she like singing Drew's song and trying to make it seem like she sounds better or she's doing it better? Like I don't know what's happening, y'all. This is a perfect example of where you can be married to somebody rich, you can have the lifestyle, you can have the money, you can have the access, you can have the clout, but it's little things with these girls, specifically with her issues with Portia, and now this one-sided beef she has with Drew SIDORA, where you can pick at something to be in your feelings about and harp on that and making it a big issue. And I think her issue is Drew SIDORA has a whole album out, and the album was number 5, I believe, on the R&B charts and everything else at the time that they filmed this. So nonetheless, meanwhile with Shamia, we just have never had, and I think there was another single, but nonetheless, we don't have an EP, we don't have an album, and Drew SIDORA is making noise on these charts. And maybe Shamia thought only her music, only her storyline of her coming out with music was going to be the one featured on the show. Maybe she feels a way that Drew SIDORA's music and her storyline and everything else is also being incorporated. Like, Shamia is giving, like, I got to be the only one that's doing this, right? Because it seems like she feels a way, like the only thing that makes sense is she feels a way about Drew SIDORA's music success. Like nothing else makes sense. Not even the Portia and Dennis component of it all. I think this might be one of the roots of the issues. But nonetheless, the fans are pissed off in the comments. There's a weird fan trying to say colorism. I don't know what she's talking about. It's not colorism at all. I think, here's what happened, y'all. That preview clip of Shamia at Sterling Hall, we were like, oh my gosh, this is what housewives used to be about. The opulence, the money, the status, the wealth of it all. We were looking at the superficial, y'all. We were looking at how expensive that house was and all the custom this, custom that, Versace this, Versace that, marble this, marble that, elevator here, elevator there, every elevator everywhere in that house, right? We were just eating it up. And what we were not doing is actually following Shamia, the story. We got to be honest about that story about blowing up the bathroom on the first date and everything else. There is some things you just don't tell to the public, you guys. Even if it worked out for you, there is some stories that we do not need to know. Somebody else left a comment. They were like, I see why Shamia has been friend of all these years. She doesn't have the it factor. She's trying to take on Portia's personality. And it's obvious. Even somebody called out in the comments that Candy coached her. But even Candy said, you gotta be yourself. And it seems like Shamia is trying to be something she's not. Or she's completely misreading the room. Like either or both. Because I feel like she misread this whole Portia takedown situation and it's completely backfired. I think she is missing the mark on this shade to Drew about her music and everything else, and orchestrating the meeting to meet up with Ralph and have Portia there as a witness, knowing daggone well that Portia and Drew had issues. You could have invited Kelly, that's your new bestie, or Angela Oakley. You could have invited anybody, right? Well, maybe not Angela Oakley, because you got issues with her too as well. But you could have invited basically anybody else except for Drew SIDORA. You wanted Portia there to be messy and to have backup, and you knew that even if you admit to orchestrating it and setting all this up, that Portia was going to be the one to get the backlash and get dragged and everything else. And it's just giving, you know, I can't help but reinforce Angela's comments from the previous after show that Shamia is very much calculated. She is very much calculated. This whole I'm everybody's best friend thing, it's just not realistic. It is not realistic, especially not in Atlanta, where all of y'all friends, especially you and Portia's, most of y'all got plenty of mutuals. So something's bound to go off in the gossip realm of y'all going back and forth or talking spicy about each other. So I see why Portia stepped back from Shamia, because Shamia is being unrecognizable right now. Like, I don't get all this smoke for Drew. I don't get all this energy for Drew. Drew doesn't have a problem with you. Drew just calls you a lapdog because, you know, that's what you give. But at the same token, if you're not going to be Portia's lapdog anymore, can you please let Portia know for real, because you're still doing these things. And the thing of it is, even going after Drew SIDORA at this point, even Portia's not even going after Drew SIDORA, right? So nonetheless, it's just... I feel like this music thing is part of why she's upset, but on this particular issue, I'm on Drew SIDORA's side. There's people in the comments saying, I have not seen a new peach holder fall this fast since Marlo Hampton. And I can't agree more. There are people in the comments begging for the Bravo people to read their comments to demote Shamia next season or to fire her from the show. And then there are people that are demanding in the comments that they better not see a Portia versus Shamia all next season or they're tapping out. They don't want to see Portia and Shamia argue about things that they should have had an argument about 10 years ago. And now conveniently, when Shamia is a peach holder, now she wants to bring it up as if it's a new issue when there's been issues, right? But yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for Shamia in terms of the fan support right now. I think they're disappointed. They're seeing a side of Shamia that is giving very messy, is giving very two-faced, is giving very mean girl. And these fans are not about to sit here and feature it. These fans are not about to sit here and deal with it. And I don't understand Kelly. Kelly, just like I said, Kelly is a follower. She's a follower and a flip-flopper, and she's going to follow wherever she thinks the alliance is. But if the fans are all turning on Shamia and have been turning on Shamia for a few weeks now, Kelly's going to flip right back over to wherever the popular team is. And that's why, again, I don't understand why Shamia is calling this girl her best friend and they're doing all this stuff together. I'm like, y'all barely know each other. Y'all barely know each other, and you don't even see
that the moment that the fans turn on you, and they're already turning on you, so will Kelly, and so were these other housewives. So nonetheless, there's that. That's all I got for this video. Y'all can tell I'm yawning. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.